All right, welcome back everyone to another leader for the new set OP2 Edward Newgate, aka Whitebeard, as is the one of the leaders that everyone is excited about because is one of the most beloved characters in the show, and with good reason, of course. And it's exciting to play this leader. And this is the first version of that we're gonna do for this leader. I don't know if we're gonna do one later on, but this is one of the ways that you can play it. As you can see, for the first thing that you're gonna see here is that you don't. We're not playing the 9-drop on this version, and there's different ways to play the leader for sure. This one is more aggressive. It's a more yeah, it's just an aggressive list that is trying to end the game with Moby Dick as your win condition instead of the 9-drop. I don't think you can play Moby Dick and the 9-drop on the same deck, as they counteract a little bit with each other. As this card just wants you to get low to life quickly and use the card as the win condition. I think if you play the 9-drop, you do lose on some aspects of the game, and you do have to defend more early. You can still probably play it, but not as many as you're playing it right here as your main engine, as how you focus the deck around. So this is the card that you're trying to play for, and this deck at least. The 2-mana Moby Dick, which gives all your Whitebeard Pirates cards, including the leader, plus 2k in attack when you have 1 or less life. Which you're by the end of the game, what you're trying to do is set up a board where you have a bunch of guys, play your Moby Dick, and then you're able to just attack for 9, 8, 10. By the end of the game, it's gonna be able to just close the game really quickly. So how do you supplement that? Well, you play a lot of pirates, Whitebeard Pirates, right? You play 4 Vista, which removes the opponent's cards. It's mostly there so it gives you enough time against searchers, because they could be annoying at the beginning, because you don't want to attack with your Whitebeard at the searchers. You just want to attack the leader. It'd be more efficient, and against Law, it's really good to just like KO their cards, give you enough time to just be able to get something going. Then we have a Ryu, which in this deck is really important because it gives all of your pirates plus 1k, all of your Whitebeard pirates plus 1k. So it makes, by the time you're gonna go in, it makes all of your attacks 8, 9, 10k. Like when you're attacking with this deck, when you decide to attack by the end of the game, everything is gonna attack for 8, 9, or 10 because you play all these cards, which is really nice. And it's only 3 energy, and it's 4k, which it eludes most of the removal of the game, which is like Vista or Robin. Like they have to use a combination of cards to remove them for the most part, which is nice. Being 4k is important in this next set coming out. Josu, which is another rusher, is the only rusher of the, well, there's 2 rushers, but this one is a 2k counter and a rusher, so it could close the game, or most of the time it's also going to be used as a counter. But you also play this one a lot when you're at 2 or less life. It gains rush for 1 energy, and if you have Moby Dick, it basically becomes a 7k and another way to close the game. Really important for the deck. This one I haven't liked it as much. It's good to remove big bodies, but they don't get to play that many. So basically, it's here to just try to remove the 8-drop if they play the 8-drop, because you don't have really good removal for the 8-drop. You do have a lot of high-end attacks like this one, but you don't have like actual removal for the 8-drop. So this is there just for that reason. The fact that it doesn't have any combo power, it does give him a little bit of like a downside. And if you play it early on, you do have to take more of your life, so you're going to 0 very quickly with this guy. It's something to consider when you're playing this deck. Marco, it's an insane card in this leader. Just being able to pitch one of your Whitebeard characters for just to bring it back, it gives you a late game attacker and a late game blocker that is not removable easily, and that's really important in this format. Again, it's important to have blockers that are hard to remove, and if they remove it when you're 2 or less, you get to just revive it by discarding one of your Whitebeard cards. So you can always pitch, basically make everything a 5k if they attack Marco, which is really important. You do have to be careful because if you're defending Marco too much, then you're basically transforming your 6k leader into a 5k leader, which is you have gotta be careful when you do that. Almost is just a beater. Kindru is another beater, but it's important if you're going first. It fits the curve. Ace, it's one of your finishers. Being Rush, it gives you a lot of value. With Moby Dick, it just becomes a 9k attackers just for free, and it gives something 2 things minus 2k, which is important only if you're trying to remove something, which by the end of the game you're usually not trying to. And that's the whitebeard cards. That's the new cards. To supplement that, we're playing Otama and Gordon as our 2k counters. Gordon sometimes you draw too many of the events and early game, and then it just helps you to cycle through your hand, just trying to get something going. Otama, it's always been good. In combination with Vista, it helps you kill something. Bartolomeo, it's the blocker that we decide to play for 2 reasons. Chopper doesn't have any combo power, which it could be detrimental in some spots with this leader for the first thing. The second thing, his effect is actually important on this meta. If you play this guy and they have a whitebeard, you can attach 2 energy to him and he becomes a 3k counter, a 5k blocker in the opponent's turn. So they cannot easily remove this blocker when you're playing the mirror match or any type of whitebeard effect. That is really important for next set, and I think this card is going to see more play because of that reason. We're playing a full play set of Guard Point and Radical Beam as your main defense for the deck, as you go to 0 life super quickly. So this card is always live. You should always play 4 on this deck. And this one is just an efficient way to defend everything. It's almost a Guard Point, a Radical Beam. Not quite as good, but at least it lets you keep up multiple for 2 energy, basically. And that's the deck profile that we have for today. Really good deck, actually. It's one of the strongest ones coming out of the new set. But let's see some gameplay and see how it plays. Okay, and for our first matchup, we're gonna have Duffy. Duffy is gonna be an okay matchup for me. I have this one. I'm going second. I'm gonna mulligan. I want to see my field spell. Yeah, I always want to see my field spell. It's the most important card of the deck. It's really, you should really consider when you play this deck this way. Consider just, if you don't see the field spell, just mulligan, because the deck is completely different with or without it. So it really makes a difference here. I'm gonna deploy it and end my turn. Next turn I'm gonna play my Rakio, which they do have some removal and bounce spells for this, so it's not horrible for what it's worth. No trigger. I will be playing this guy to kill his Gecko Moria. It hurts, but I do gotta get rid of this 6k. It's too much. Oh, he's gonna defend it? Oh, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I don't think he was gonna defend it. Bonclay removes something when it attacks. I will be attacking with this one. This removes a 3 or less, a 2 or less. That's fine. I don't have 2 or less in my deck. I will be playing this one and the blocker, I assume. A year ago. Go to 1. Now I have some removal for the Verona, but I don't think he's gonna attack with this one, is he? Oh, he can attack, trash 1 card from the hand, remove the blocker. Yeah, that's fine. He will lose this card, so I'm okay with this. Robin. Seven. So I'm gonna attack with this one. use on this two, and attack with this one. I'm gonna let him go because yeah, I don't wanna attack with this card. So this is what I need to attack once he flips the board or something like that. But right now it's just not worth to attack with this. Again, just should go to 0, keep the opponent in balance by just keeping a radical beam. Don't be afraid to tap out even if you're at 0 life, because if they see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cards in hand, are they really gonna go for one energy on tap? Are they really gonna go 11 attack, try to kill you? Not really. Even if he goes 11 on this one, like, why would you go over there? Like, he could have a radical beam, it goes already to 10k, and 2/2ks, and you wasted the whole turn trying to go for game. It's completely useless to do that here. So don't be afraid to tap out, even if you're at 0 life. If you go to 0 and the leader is just good enough to just go to 0 and tap out every turn if you want to. Well, I mean, not tap out completely. Just leave one energy up and you should be fine to survive. But at least, like, don't be afraid to just tap out, because you're not gonna die that easily. I'll block. Since he has the bone clay, blocking is completely fine here. I don't have to waste any cards on my hand, and this gives me more time actually. So I'm gonna keep attacking with my big cards, not the small ones, because there is no reason to. Here he has to give me the love beam. Okay. He's still gonna lose it here. And I will be playing another big card here. Maybe I play a blocker? I could play a Vista. Yeah, Vista. I like Vista more. End the turn. Because it doesn't play into the bone clay. And again, 2 energy up, enough to survive, and I'm gonna be able. I will try to clear his board as like if he offers that every turn, because there is just no reason to not do it. I have enough radical beams where like a big attack doesn't do anything. I'm just waiting for him to flip the board to put it on rest mode, so I can attack it and then attack his life, and then he cannot rebuild fast enough with this much pressure going on. So that's what I'm hoping for. Next turn, I'm definitely gonna attack with everything though, because the next turn is gonna be undefendable for sure. Will combo with a 1k, I guess. Okay, he removed one of my cards, but he tapped out, so it's time. I should. Well, yeah. It's time to attack. 8. Seven. 8. 8. 10. Play the blocker, and I'm gonna keep this Roger on the back burner for the following turn. But I'm gonna try to survive his next turn, which is gonna be easy. He's gonna use the Bonclay's ability, attack, discard 1 card, and he's gonna try to go for game on this one, but I really don't. It's not gonna work. That's the whole setup that he's been going for. No blocker. Combo this one. Go. The Boneclay disappears, and then he's gonna put everything into Draco. His best shot at winning. It's just not gonna work. No blockers. Beam, beam, beam on 2K. And I win. Yeah, he's in the next turn. He's just not gonna survive that turn. So that's how you have to play this matchup in this spot. I mean, I had a lot of combo power, so I could have. I was able to do all of this. That's how you play this one. Okay, for the next matchup, we have Z, as I will choose to go first. The reason I want to go first is because it's a 4-life leader, and I get to do a lot of pressure with this new gate. In my turn, and I have the best card in my deck, so Moby Dick is also really nice here. Draw down. Do I want to develop something? No, I'm just gonna develop my Moby Dick and attack for 7 and force him to out combo it early on, or just, yeah, take it. This is a nice combo here, which is very nice, although I cannot KO it cannot be KO by effects. I don't know if it's KO. Okay, so yeah, I cannot KO this guy. That is the main thing we have to learn here. And it's nice that they cannot attack me, because all their plays tap them out, and it's just really nice that you cannot get. Okay, here he's gonna combo 1. Okay, that's fine. The blocker is important here, but there's nothing I can do about that one. I did force a 2K here. He's gonna KO this one, but I'm gonna KO this back, so I'm gonna do my own thing. Draw down. I'm gonna play this one, KO that one, and I'm gonna play my Vista, KO that one, and I'm gonna attack for 7. And he has to give me another 2K here, which he didn't seem to have. So we flip the combo here, and we are able to create 2 cards that are gonna pressure his leader next turn for the game, actually. So he has to get rid of both this turn, which is not that easy. So I'm gonna force the leader ability here. Basically, he's probably gonna be forced to use the leader ability, and that is the one thing nice about Z. Like, my card is very good, but if I don't have anything to attack him with, it's not as good for sure. So I could definitely force. I can definitely force the leader here. But he's just gonna go. Okay, interesting what he's proposing here. Well, I'm definitely gonna attack with this for 5. No, I cannot attack for 5. I could also not attack with this. Attack for 8. Yeah, let's attack for 8. See what he wants to do. That's probably has to take it. I'm gonna play a Marco, this one, and a blocker. That way he can KO one of them with this, but he cannot KO all of them. And next turn I'll be much better to attack with Vista. He could have a Kusan for next turn, but it's just, this is doing nothing here. So I'd rather he doesn't do anything with the blocker. Here. Guess I could attack for 7. I just don't want him to destroy this one. KO up to one of your opponent's character with 0 cost. How is he putting 0 cost next turn? Kusan maybe, but he needs an energy here. 2 energies actually. So is he playing his hand to reduce the cost of some of my cards? That would be certainly annoying. But I think I'll rather put him on. He better have that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. He better show me how he's gonna remove, like use this ability. Yeah, Kusan. Okay, Kusan KOs 1, but that's fine. And he KO'd the wrong one actually. He should have been KOing like these guys, because this one is always gonna come back. He's always gonna come back. He's always gonna be there. Yeah, that's exactly what he should do. No, resolve attack, use action, and I get to bring it back. Yeah, he's never gonna die. No, resolve, use action, and yeah. That's the power of Marco for sure. Now here, I think I do have to go for game though, because this Kusan, I mean, it's kind of undefendable when he has Garp, and I have 2 blockers, I guess, but I have 3 attackers, and I could just go for game, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. So let's go for 7 at his leader. See if he wants to give me cards. It's just locking it, eh? Wait, but that's not good. Now I attack for 9. Would you like to give me 4 cards? And I can just attack with everything on Marco. That was not correct. Yeah, my opponent did misplay there by blocking this one. I think he should have done something different. You can see this deck has a decent chance against this though. Okay, and for closing thoughts about the deck, I really think it's a really powerful deck. This version is more aggressive, so you have to play it a little bit different. Going to 0 life is risky, but you have to take those risks, trying to force the opponent into going all in into you, or get punished and get super punished by the Radical Beam and the guard points. Or you have to play a game where it's really tempo oriented, where you're trying to kill the opponent over the course of a number of turns, because your cards hit very hard and you cannot really keep up. Like you don't have any card advantage really going on. You don't have anything that does searches or does anything that can keep let you keep going for any number of turns. So you have to be really aggressive and you have to try to kill the opponent as soon as possible. That's the main thing that I realized with this deck. Sometimes it could be scary to go to 0, but it is what it is. You have to find you're trying to be just as much as aggressive. So you put the opponent at 0 quickly, and you're trying to finish the games quickly by doing that. So you're both going to low life, and you're giving the opponent the least amount of time to defend their life by doing this strategy. Really nice deck. I really advise you to consider playing it because it's really good. That's it. That's all I have for today. Thank you all for watching. Consider subscribing. See you next time.